Welcome. It's Domain Dave from CheapWineFinder.com with another wine. Let me grab the bottle because my memory is so good I can't remember what happened 10 seconds ago. This is the Butler Pond California Pinot Noir 2018. It's $6.99 at Trader Joe's. I went to my local TJ's and where's the wine? They had reduced the space for the wine down to about half of its size. The import wine was about a third of its size. I mean, they were trying to make it look like there was wine and not just have empty shelves. But the current supply problems are hitting Trader Joe's pretty good, and trying to find wines is hard. They still have the Trader Joe's Reserve wines. Those came in, but other brands, I'm not so sure. I'm always getting messages from people because Trader Joe's is telling people that, who ask, oh, that's discontinued. And I'm not so sure that in every case these wines are discontinued. I just think that the people at the store, if they don't have it on hand and it's not on their sheet that it's incoming, that they just go, it's probably discontinued. But until this whole mess works its way out, we're going to have to be a little bit pickier with wine and grab what you can when you can grab it. And this is a $6.99 Pinot Noir in California, and they have nothing about it. They don't write anything about it. I went on the trademark registry and found out that the brand name is owned by a negotiant who used to be a big name in Napa Valley wines. The family was there for decades, and they sold off all their holdings, and they decided to make wines by a negotiant, which goes out and they buy wines from existing wineries. And, they don't just take that wine and sell it, just change the labels. A lot of times they'll add a little this to it, add a little that to it. I've known them to even go and put their own winemaker in, and this is going to be our wine, we're buying this from you, our winemaker wants you to do things a little bit differently, that type of thing. So they have a lot of knowledge in wine and tons and tons and tons of contacts. And one thing I also found about is sometimes you can't tell what kind of price differential you're getting from a Trader Joe wine to a retail store wine. And I didn't know this, but in New York, grocery stores cannot sell wine. They can only sell beer. And there is a Trader Joe's wine shop, one, next to a Trader Joe's, and it's a separate store that sells wine and only wine. So in New York, you get these exclusive wines for Trader Joe's, and they sell them there, and this one sells for $11.99. So you get a $6.99 Trader Joe's wine that sells in a retail shop for $11.99. It's not apples and oranges. It's the exact same wine. So in this case, that, this is $5 cheaper than what would be in a shop. And there's a big difference between $11.99 Pinot Noir and a $6.99 Pinot Noir, just in terms of what it actually is. I'm going to take a sip because it's not bad. This is a classic California Pinot Noir. And it's not bad at all. It's got, one thing, classic Pinot Noir is very light-bodied. It's got the cherry flavors, but it's also got those funky, cool flavors, herbs, and maybe tar and stuff. Like, what's that flavor? And tea, and they have these off flavors. And the first time you taste them, it's like, what the heck is that? And the next time you have a wine or a Pinot Noir that doesn't have it, it's like, where is it? I want that. It's one of those beguiling things. I mean, Pinot Noir a decent Pinot Noir always calls out to me, and I love that about the wine. And here, this one kind of does. It's a $6.99/$11.99 Pinot Noir. But it's from a negotiant, so negotiant prices, the negotiant cuts his price from the original winery or however they got this. And then Trader Joe's is also a low-price wine shop, so there should be a double bargain going on here. So that's pretty good for us. And so there you go. I mean, it's a tasty, legit California Pinot Noir. It's not setting any records for anything, but it's just if you want an inexpensive wine And actually with Thanksgiving coming in, the cherry flavors and the light-bodied and the good acidity goes well with Thanksgiving meal. Turkey is light-bodied, light-flavored, and so you don't want a big wine that overwhelms that. The Pinot Noir and turkey kind of match up well, and plus the cherry flavors in here, and there's some raspberries and that type of things that actually kind of go with the harvest, because much of the Thanksgiving meal is harvest-oriented. I'm going to take another sip, too. As I talk about it, it's like, hey, this is good wine. So that's a little bit why Pinot Noir and Thanksgiving do go together. Now, depending on what your meal is, if you're someone who does Cajun turkey or deep-fried turkey, maybe Pinot won't go as well. But if you're doing the old school, roasted in the oven for half the morning and that type of thing, a good Pinot, and actually, in Europe where they drink wine with every meal, they always spend a few euros on their wine, so don't go $6.99 is way too cheap. If you like the flavor, it works just fine. So that's it for me. It's Domain Dave from CheapWineFighter.com, struggling to find new wines with the supply issues we're having out there. Even the big liquor stores have more, but there's no new wines coming in. And this time of year, there should be a ton of new wines that are just not there. But we'll keep you informed with what's going on and talk about them and have some fun with them. And like us wherever you like your podcast, if you will. And I thank you all for listening. And keep it cheap, stay warm, and adios. I'll be talking to everybody in a few days like always. So bye-bye.